Hello, it's Sheila from the libraries and I'd like to tell you a story, and today's story has got a little girl in it. This is her. Got a big bad wolf. We've got a granny and we've also got a woodcutter. Do you know what the story is? I think you might be able to guess. It's Little Red Riding Hood. So here we are. Little Red Riding Hood lived on the edge of a forest, and her mum had made her the most beautiful bright red cloak. And whenever she went into the forest or round the village, she always wore her little red cloak. So off she trots, and what she wants to do is she wants to go and visit her granny, because her granny, this is her here, lives right in the middle of the woods, but Granny isn't feeling so well. So Little Red Riding Hood decides to take a basket, this is it here, and inside the basket she's packed a lovely cake, and she's baked the cake with her mum. So off she goes to visit her granny in the woods. Tra la 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 la, I'm off to see my granny. Tra la 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 la. Ooh, I've spotted some lovely flowers, and I think I'm going to pick some for my granny, because granny loves fresh flowers. So I'm going to take this one here, and this one here, and this one, and oh, I'm starting to walk off the path a bit, and I'm not too sure where I am. Up pops a wolf, but the wolf decides that he's going to put on a friendly voice. So he says, little girl, what are you doing? She says, I'm off to visit my granny, and my granny just lives over there. And the wolf says, oh, well, take care, little girl. You don't want to lose yourself in the forest. And off the wolf goes. So Little Red Riding Hood continues to her granny's house, and she knocks on the door. Hello, Granny. Hello, Little Red Riding Hood. Granny, you look a bit different today, don't you? No, not at all. What do you mean? I'm your granny. But Granny, what big eyes you've got. All the better to see you with. But Granny, what a great big nose you've got. All the better to smell you with. Granny, what big ears you've got. All the better to hear you with. And Granny, what great big teeth you've got. All the better to eat you with. And Little Red Riding Hood lets out a large, loud scream. Ah! And just at that moment, a woodcutter is walking by and hears the scream, rushes inside and sees that the wolf is trying to eat Little Red Riding Hood. So he knocks him out. And just as he does that, they hear something rumbling inside his tummy, and out pops Granny. Granny, lovely to see you. What happened? That big, bad wolf tried to eat me. So Granny tells Little Red Riding Hood that the next time she comes through the woods, she's not to speak to any strangers or any nasty wolves. And that is the story of Little Red Riding Hood. Thanks a lot for listening, and maybe you could make up your own story as well. Bye for now.